David faced a heartbreaking dilemma. His son Absalom had turned against him, stealing the hearts of many Israelites. A battle was inevitable. David prepared his forces, dividing them into 3 divisions. Joab, Abishai, and Ittai, each a mighty warrior, were to lead. Before the fight, David gave a poignant command: "Be gentle with the young man Absalom." His words dripped with a father's love, even as a king prepared for war. The battle raged in the woods of Ephraim, a place where the trees stood as silent witnesses to the chaos unfolding beneath their branches. The terrain was treacherous, the fighting fierce, and confusion reigned. Every step was a gamble, with roots and rocks threatening to trip the unwary. The cries of the wounded echoed through the trees, mingling with the clash of steel. The forest floor became a tangled mess of friend and foe, swords clashing under a canopy of fear and uncertainty. The dense underbrush made it difficult to distinguish ally from enemy, turning the battle into a chaotic melee. David's forces, though divided, fought with the fury of loyal soldiers defending their king. Their determination was unwavering, driven by a sense of duty and loyalty that burned brightly even in the darkest moments of the fight. Absalom, leading the rebellion, found himself trapped in the heart of this chaotic struggle. His once confident demeanor now gave way to desperation as he realized the gravity of his situation. His rebellion, fueled by ambition, was now a desperate fight for survival. The forest, which had seemed like an ally, now felt like a prison, its shadows hiding dangers at every turn. Absalom's fate hung in the balance as the battle raged on. As Absalom rode his mule beneath the low-hanging branches, his hair got entangled in an oak tree. He was left dangling, alive, but vulnerable. A soldier reported this to Joab, reminding him of David's command to spare Absalom. Joab, however, saw an opportunity to end the rebellion and protect the king. Ignoring the king's order, Joab struck Absalom down, pinning him to the ground with 3 darts. The rebellion leader, Absalom, son of David, lay dead. A messenger, Ahimaaz, ran to bring David news of the victory. His feet pounded the earth, his heart racing with the urgency of his message. The kingdom awaited the news with bated breath. David, however, only asked about Absalom. His mind was consumed with worry for his son, the battle's outcome a distant concern. His heart yearned for his son, the battle's outcome secondary. The weight of fatherhood pressed heavily upon him, overshadowing his duties as a king. Another messenger, Cushi, arrived, confirming the victory but carefully revealing the news of Absalom's demise. His words were measured, knowing the impact they would have. "Is the young man Absalom safe?" David cried out. His voice echoed with desperation, a father's plea piercing the air. Cushi's hesitant reply shattered the king's heart, confirming his worst fear. The silence that followed was deafening, a kingdom holding its breath. David's victory turned to ashes in his mouth. The triumph of the battle was meaningless in the face of his personal loss. The kingdom's joy was overshadowed by the king's grief. The news of victory was drowned out by David's cries of anguish. "Oh, my son Absalom!" The joy of triumph was overshadowed by the piercing sorrow of a father who had lost his beloved child. The battlefield's glory meant nothing in the face of such personal tragedy. My son, Absalom!" The words echoed through the chambers, a haunting refrain of loss and regret. David's heart was shattered, his spirit crushed under the weight of his son's death. "Would I had died instead of you?" The depth of his grief was immeasurable, a father's love laid bare for all to see. His lament was not just for Absalom, but for the lost opportunities, the broken relationship, and the unfulfilled potential of a life cut short. David's grief echoed through the ages, a testament to a father's love. His sorrow became a symbol of the profound bond between parent and child, a bond that transcends time and place. This raw, visceral grief foreshadows God's pain over our sin and points towards a greater sacrifice to come. It is a reflection of the divine sorrow that would later be manifested in the ultimate act of love and redemption. Just as David yearned to die for his son, God offered his own son, Jesus, to die for us. The parallel is striking, a father willing to sacrifice everything for the sake of his children. Jesus, like Absalom, was betrayed, rejected, and died a brutal death. Yet his death was not in vain. It was the ultimate act of love, a sacrifice that would bring hope and salvation to all. However, unlike Absalom, Jesus' death brought life, forgiveness, and reconciliation, echoing through eternity. His resurrection is a promise of new beginnings, a testament to the power of love and redemption. that continues to resonate through the ages. Are you ready for the next chapter? Just click here to go straight to it.